question is, how would you improve the Solano County budget? Fine, that's
We
fine.
need to immediately look at all the employees in this county making over $100,000, with special emphasis of those making over $180,000. That's more than our governor's salary. For example, the county council Bunting makes a little over $300,000. That's the county council to help with the supervisors. The Office of Legislative Counsel, which is the attorneys that help the state senators and state assemblymen, their salary caps out at $144,000. So why are we paying more than double that for our county attorney? I think you can get two attorneys for that price. And furthermore, there's County Administrator Corsello. She makes about $275,000. Her replacement, she replaced someone who's making over $400,000, and she's on a track to eventually be making a higher salary than that as well. That's through something called longevity pay. Longevity pay is an idea to keep increasing employees' salaries no matter what over time. Even our supervisors get longevity pay. If you vote for John Vasquez, you are literally giving him a raise, and he voted against cutting his longevity pay, even though Supervisor Linda Seifert and Supervisor Condalis voted yes on that. So we need to cut longevity pay. We need to reduce the salaries of employees that are making over $100,000, especially those making over $180,000, mostly managers administration, and that's a good way to start getting the budget back on track.
Solano County has the highest unemployment rate in 9 Bay Area counties. What would you do to bring employment to our county?
Well, first we need to start by getting rid of the oppressive taxes in this county. For example, our supervisor just voted to triple recording, well, actually more than triple recording fees on real estate documents, which added $520,000 in new taxes on Solano residents. That directly impacts any sort of business involved in home ownership or real estate transactions, and that has a ripple effect in the economy, especially when the housing market took a dump a few years ago. We shouldn't be trying to mess with that in the midst of still trying to recover from the recession. In addition, we need to get rid of a lot of the oppressive taxes on farmers. We shouldn't be charging more than $300 for a farmer's market permit. Even more outrageous, we actually tax bees in this county. Bees. Every other year you read this article about, oh, what a mystery, bees are dying, what can we do about it? But we actually penalize you for bee ownership. That's a major problem. We should get rid of that immediately. And furthermore, the Solano 360 project, I don't believe in the rosy predictions that's going to just magically bring a bunch of jobs into Vallejo Fairgrounds area. The county report is very optimistic about it, but there was a competing report that was done few months ago, or sorry, more like a year ago, and it found that it could actually add about $17 million in new strain on the Vallejo city for just county services alone. So it could single-handedly bankrupt Vallejo. But putting that aside for a moment, there was a report done by the county that found it would lead to significant and unavoidable air quality and traffic impacts. There's a really good article by Melissa Murphy in the Vancouver Reporter about that. And that's going to be a major problem. Literally, you're going to be driving to Vallejo and you're just going to stop, just like you do in Berkeley right now. You're just going to stop right there, and that's going to be the end. Furthermore, Solano County needs more programs to encourage training of job skills. Like I said earlier, we should have the library as a good spot where you can come and learn vital trade skills, and we could just give tax credits to companies so they can send employees there, and we should encourage apprenticeships through tax credits as well. But we also need to reduce the compensation for a lot of the county employees that are making over, say, $180,000, and you could have 2 employees for the $300,000 instead. Thank you.
You mentioned special deals with, say, Icon as a developing business in Solano County. If I'm a small business owner, I don't have the time or the bandwidth to try to deal with government agencies. I want to try to avoid government agencies as much as possible because I want to focus on my business.
I don't blame you.
So my question is, if streamlining processes and lowering fees and permits and taxes is a good thing for business, why not just universally apply it to all processes, regardless of the size or the nature of the business? And why don't we just permanently lower those fees and permanently lower taxes and whatnot? Again, so I, as a small business owner, can get back to focusing on my business.
I think you're right on the ball there. We have the highest unemployment rate of 9 Bay Area counties. If they can pinpoint Icon and say, hey, you guys, we'd love to come here as long as you have these reduced tax burdens, maybe those tax burdens are causing the unemployment rate. So yeah, I think government should be picking winners and losers. Things like, the food permit alone is like $800. Actually, it's more than that. And all these things, nickel and dime, small businesses, big businesses are able to negotiate special deals, and it ultimately leaves Solano County with a high unemployment rate and makes a discrimination against smaller businesses.